going to be doing a YouTube video of a science experiment of sometimes boats release oil into the water, and then it could really destroy fishes and their homes. So we're going to do a science experiment, and inside here I put Lego figures like stormtroopers, a stormtrooper without a helmet, jump trooper, and Zaid here.
You're getting a little bit ahead of yourself.
And we are going to be doing a science experiment basically about that. We watched a tiny video before we started this video, and it was basically explaining that the oil is really bad for the water.
And it's bad for animals and birds, your fish, nests, all their homes, particularly around the shoreline, right? When
Yeah,
there's an oil
because it
spill.
could literally demolish a tree.
Yes, so
there.
it can basically, when oil gets on, it's super thick and really hard to get out. So we thought, because it is Earth Day, we would do a little project. So what we started with was a pan, and we put a little bit of Play-Doh in here that we're being...
Stormtrooper down.
Oh, yes. There's a little bit of Play-Doh being used to show land.
Yes.
And what we're going to do is make an oil spill with some grapeseed oil. And you can use really any cooking oil you have. We need some dish soap. We need a spoon. Some water, which we're going to use. And then also
water in now?
show them your marine figures.
You should use any sort of plastic water animals. It doesn't have to be water animals, but we wanted to use water animals to make it more
realistic. Yeah, kind of give
Let's get into it.
Yeah. So our scientific hypotheses, right? Because we came up with ideas. I asked Eddie, what would you use to absorb oil? So if you were trying to get rid of oil in the ocean and save all the animals and the fish and everything, how would you do it? So Eddie said first he tried to absorb it with a cloth or something. So we'll try that with some paper towels. He also suggested that you try to do something to scoop it out. Because we don't have a boat, that's what the spoon will be for. So first things first, we do have a boat, but it doesn't have a suction device on it to be able to take the oil out of the water. It's not that advanced. So again, we have our tray with our stormtroopers.
Put the water in.
Yes, and now you will put some water into our ocean.
Well, some of the land is already underwater.
We might need a little bit more water in our ocean.
And some of it's already demolished. Some of it already is demolished, and we didn't even start it.
Well, that's just water. Water won't demolish it.
Oh, geez, Zaid is practically in the water. Zaid is in the water, man. What are you doing?
All right, why don't you put...
Some oil?
No, we got to put our creatures in the water first.
Zaid, you're underwater. What are you doing?
Here's all of our wildlife.
We have a tiny crab here.
Teeny tiny little crab.
AKA spider.
A turtle. Oh well. It looks like a crab, that's why I chose it. Starfish. Those are all our little floating guys.
Okay, so put the oil in. Mom, you do the honors.
I do the honors?
Yes. Should we put our boat in after? Ah! Nope. I just smacked it over. Use that or dump it in. Ready?
Okay, we're not going to put in a ton of oil because we want to see, even with a little teeny tiny bit, don't dump it in yet. Wait till I can get that. With a little teeny tiny bit, don't spread it, just put it right in the middle. Try to keep it all right in the middle. So that's our oil spill. That's what our boat left. So there's our oil in the middle. So it's starting to get...
Spread it out.
Yeah, it's starting to get... Now let's say that one of our little guys comes over here and ploop right in there.
The oil's floating.
It is.
Now what else?
And because of the waves and the wind and everything, that's how it ends up hitting the shoreline, because it stays on top. So
Okay.
Oh, no, don't blow it around yet. Oh, no. Look at it. It's hitting the shore. Oh, no. All right, so we want to get to it. So the first thing you're going to try to do is take out our little guy and take out the little guy first and feel him. Is he all oily?
Yes.
He's all oily. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is clean him up. Right? We want to clean up the species that we find that are all... So, but wait, when you do that, did it work? Is he still slimy?
Yes.
All right, so bring him over to the sink. Use some soap. Some of the things that are in the chemicals in dish soap help break down the oil to help clean. How does he feel now? Dry him off.
No more slime.
Much better. That's right. The dish soap helps break down the oil and protect our little slug thing.
Slug-like guy.
Our little bug. I'm not sure what he was, that little purple guy, but he did what he needed to do.
Not
Okay.
this guy. Pretend this guy was on the other side of the ocean. This guy.
Yeah. All right. So we were able to clean him off. Not that we wanted to put him back in the oil spill, but all right, now take one of the paper towels.
Paper towel. Paper towel, paper towel, paper towel, paper towel. Everything's wet now. Why did I do that?
All right, fold it up and try to see if you can absorb some of the oil.
Fold.
We're testing out our hypothesis.
I folded.
All right,
Now.
maybe fold it one more time so that it's not quite so big in the pan. There you
This
go.
is a little too
There you
big.
go.
I just want it to be able to absorb the oil, not
Alright.
absorb a creature.
Yeah, that makes sense. So now gently put it in and take it
it's
out.
eating our turtle.
Now if you take it out, did it absorb it?
A little.
But what happened?
And it's spreading.
It did spread it out a little bit too, didn't it? All
Yeah,
right.
so now there's still some here, and this is, guys.
So you can see
Now
that the
can we-
paper towel absorbed some of the oil,
Now can we see it hit the shore?
but it also spread. No, we're not taking out the wildlife. All right. Well, now you said your other hypothesis was that you could scoop it out. So what
And I
happens?
bet this is correct.
Try to scoop.
Oh, you can scoop it.
Try to scoop it into there.
I scooped some.
But what happens when you scoop it?
It spreads out.
Yeah, now you have more bubbles. So we started off with one big clump of oil, and now there's a bunch of little clumps. All right, now stop.
It's getting absorbed.
Stop there for a second, because it's spreading a little bit.
A little
So
bit.
now,
I wanted to see it hit the shore, and this is not sponsored.
okay, yes, we know. Now try the dish soap. Try putting a little bit of dish soap on and see what happens.
Yoink.
So
Oh,
put-
I just hit it.
So put some dish soap
I
in
just hit it.
and mix it up. What happens when you put the dish soap in and mix it
Like
up?
if you think the dish soap's gonna win.
Well, as you're seeing though, all the ways that you thought would work, because you thought you could use a dishcloth or like a spoon to pick up the oil, and both of those work on a small scale to some extent, but in other ways it can spread it around. What's the dish soap doing? Do you find that that's doing anything?
No, not really.
No,
I
not really.
see that it's absorbing some of it though.
It's called diluting. So it's diluting the water,
Okay,
which means it's making it less potent, right? So it's breaking up the chemicals.
I'm just gonna.
Oh, yeah. It's breaking up the chemicals and the different parts of the oil. So what you're seeing is a lot of the bubbles from the soap. So what did we learn today? That there's a couple...
Can we
Well,
see
there's
it
more
hit
than
the
a couple.
shoreline? Can we see it hit the shoreline?
It already has hit the shoreline.
No, it hasn't.
Look at your poor little stormtrooper over there.
Which stormtrooper?
Over on the gray in the corner.
Concentrate. That's how much oil we're putting in along the shoreline. Oh jeez, this is a lot of oil that's about to smack dab on the islands.
I think you're missing the point that you're supposed to get to the oil before it gets to the shoreline and hurts all the animals and their nests and their homes. As you
Don't see.
purposely attack a stormtrooper in the corner. And look how it swirls though. Look how quickly with how much oil you put in there. Look how quickly it took up the entire container. So think about all...
Look at this poor stormtrooper. He has to back up to be able to survive.
Think about all the oil that comes out of a tanker, like one of those huge ships, and how quickly that would spread in the ocean if a really big ship
Okay, I'm trapped.
lost a bunch of oil. So how much? So what would that do? A really big ship that would hurt a lot of animals and fish.
Oh, it would get to the shore in no time.
Yeah. So the idea is to find ways to clean up our water.
Like, it takes like 5 hours to get across across the Atlantic Ocean, and it would take like 10 seconds for it to get to the shore.
Probably a little bit longer than that, depending on where it's at. But it could move very quick. But
It could move from like, if this was the shore and this was the other shore, it could move from like here, like.
The idea is to find creative and new ways to protect our planet and make sure that we protect our planet by protecting all the animals and fish and habitats.
Swarms aid. I said swarm him. I didn't say warm him. I said
I'm starting to think part of the lesson is lost here in the attack on the stormtroopers, but...
This is not a stormtrooper. This guy's Zayd.
Alright, but you get the point.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. If you did, smash that like button, and then we'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Oh my goodness, we're gonna have to use a lot of dish soap to clean up these guys, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
Bye.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.